Welcome to Vilification Tennis. It is time for Vilification Interruptus, and let me introduce your host for the evening. Please put your virtual hands together for Nathan Gerber.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you because this is a one-way call. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate the introduction and thank this cat for getting in the way of my notes. Welcome to Vilification Tennis, one of the most offensive shows at the Bryant Lake Bowl. I haven't seen any other shows there. Maybe I'm wrong. That's not the point. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that things are crazy out there, and I appreciate you joining us. You're all wonderful, beautiful people. I'm just guessing. I don't really know, but I figured I'd give you some affirmation on a Friday night. This is an Interruptus show. It's a little taste, a little snippet of what we usually do. But I do want to get something really important out of the way. This does take time and effort to create. So if you have some spare money you'd like to give us, and in appreciation for the comedy that we bring to you, Kat, please get off my notes. Then please donate. We'll have the link in the chat comments, and just whatever you can spare, whatever you think we're worth, just throw it at us. Thanks. It does take time to make these shows. This literally took me minutes of preparation. If you didn't know, Eric Knight, his hair, that's fake. He's actually bald, and we have to pay for that because he thinks it's worth it. Dave's Botox, we have to pay for that. He's not actually that young. He's like 90. Kelvin wears bald cap. I don't know why, but again, he thinks it's comical. James has a beard implant. Molly got a breast reduction. All for this show. We're paying for it. And the worst of all is that we are paying for copyright fees from Fitz at the Renaissance Festival when he was still on cast. But that all being said, the last time I hosted a show was almost a year ago, and we updated the bro code. And guess what, guys? It worked. Misogyny's gone. Men are better. I'm going to declare victory. No, not really. But if I could get Tim back in here for a second, because the CDC also declared a victory. And Tim, what's the first thing you're going to do now that things are going to open up again?
The first thing that I'm going to do now that things are going to open up again, I am going to think about going out to dinner with friends.
Right. And maybe you'll go see movies again?
I might go see movies again. It's going to depend on if any of them are any good, because right now they all look pretty shitty. So,
well, the reason why I bring that up is because
there was a reason.
Yeah, the thing we do with Bill is we ruin stuff. So we're going to play a game here that is, describing a movie poorly. And yeah, so audience, if you have ideas or have a movie you would like us to describe poorly for you, please put it in the comments, and Tim will let me know what your thoughts are. Tim, thank you so much for doing that.
Sure,
today.
I'll just go off and do that. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Get out of here. I'm in charge. But to do this, I'm going to need some vilifiers. So please let me introduce to you the very talented James, Mike, Dave, Chris. Wait, there's one more. Oh, Calvin. He's in this show too. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You're going to help me describe some movies poorly tonight. So let's get that ball rolling. We're going to start with, let's see here, Fight Club. Describe the movie Fight Club poorly. Mike, go ahead.
First rule of Fight Club is...
James.
Plane travel enthusiast learns about hygienic products.
Calvin.
A man's imaginary friend has sex with his girlfriend.
Yeah, that is true. All right, moving on to the next movie. Again, if you have any movies you'd like us to run, please put it in the chat. Let's go with Braveheart. Braveheart. If you don't remember James, go ahead.
A man known for anti-Semitic rants is given a sword.
I'm sure Israel is trembling in fear right now. Chris.
People who don't know anything about history write a movie.
Yes, that is true. Dave, go ahead.
Wearing a skirt does not automatically make you woke.
Calvin.
Scottish guys paint half their face blue and yell a lot.
Yes, that is true. Chris.
Irish people really are that crazy.
Oh, really? Okay. It's good to know. All right, let's poorly describe. Oh, Tim, you have one for me.
Oh my God, I've got so many. The audience is excited by this idea, but I want to throw right out there because I really do want to hear what y'all are going to do. The Godfather. The Godfather.
The Godfather. Please describe that movie poorly. James.
Things happen during a wedding.
Okay. Mike.
Family business gets passed on, and then the family passes on.
Ooh, yes, that is true. Calvin.
People eat oranges and then they die.
James.
People are instructed whether they should leave with desserts or firearms.
Tim, you said you had a whole bunch. Do you have some more for us?
Oh my God, yes, I do. Let us go with, oh my God, these are all such great ideas. Let's go with Casablanca.
Casablanca. Give me two more while you're still here.
Oh, well, that's a great idea. So in addition to Casablanca, let's do Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
And let's do Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. All right, you're all going to start with Casablanca. James.
It's an unfinished moving coloring book. It's got to fill it in.
Yep. Oh, okay. Dave.
Casablanca sounds like it might be Spanish. Not sure.
Oh my God. Do you guys see good cinema?
No.
Calvin.
No.
Calvin.
A bunch of people from different countries get together and sing the French national anthem.
Yes. Chris.
It's probably about a White House.
Ha!
What? I've never seen it.
Casablanca.
Tim, yes, please. Thank you.
A Beautiful Friendship Begins.
Thank you. All right, we're moving on because all of you
Thank
are very
God.
cultured. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. James.
A finished moving coloring book.
Oh, God. You hurt me. You hurt me so. Chris.
Adventure was actually rather mediocre.
All right. Dave.
Children turn to a life of theft.
Calvin.
A phone booth is a TARDIS.
Mike.
Overrated buddy comedy from my very formative years.
I'm only the director of this show, so I can't fire you. Tim.
A Very Bad History Lesson.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to move on because you're all hurting my feelings.
Tim is good at this game.
Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. There are zombies. Calvin.
Someone comes to get Barbara.
Yes. Have you guys not seen this one either?
Oh, I have.
James.
You learn an hour and a half lesson about home improvement projects.
There we go. Mike.
Uber eats you.
Oh,
Calvin.
Stay the hell out of Western Pennsylvania.
I mean, that's good advice anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, can I get some movies that this cast has possibly seen?
Yeah, I think I have one that they for sure have seen.
Okay.
Based on their tastes so far.
Mhm.
So let's go with Cats.
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 All right. The recent adaptation,
Which
Cats.
one?
Either the butthole cut or the not butthole cut. I don't care. But now that I've made the joke, you know what to do. James.
in summary,
Chris.
Did not think Idris Elba was that desperate for work.
Mm-hmm. Mike.
Cats, like retail workers, choose to die to escape.
Yes, very accurate. Calvin.
T.S. Eliot rolls in his grave for 2 hours continuously.
Yeah. Probably every time that it's watched, he's just churning dirt at this point.
And we now have
Dave.
a perpetual motion machine.
No matter how sexy you try to make cats, they're not sexy.
Yeah, no, that's good. We're gonna. That's a statement we're gonna just leave alone. All right, Tim, what you got for us?
Okay, I'm trying to find stuff that these people would have actually seen. Let's try this one. Princess Bride.
Poorly
Princess-
described Princess Bride.
Yeah.
James, I'm trusting you here.
old guy reads a book.
Yes. Chris.
Overrated buddy comedy from my formative years.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh. Hmm.
You can't fire me.
James.
Stardust, but from the 80s.
Kelvin.
You can't describe the movie. It's inconceivable.
You're all monsters.
That was good. I see.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Tim, what you got for me?
Titanic.
Titanic. Poorly described. Titanic. Mike, go ahead.
Take a cruise, they said. See the world, they said. Now I'm ended up on the top of this sinking boat.
James.
A short drawing lesson.
Fair enough. Mike.
That movie with Gaelic Storm in it.
Chris.
People go swimming for an hour.
I think it was more like 10 minutes, but yes. Before they froze to death. Anyway, Calvin.
Spoilers.
The passengers on a cruise ship are served a salad made with iceberg lettuce.
Why does this happen on my shift? Dave, help.
Leonardo DiCaprio shouts "Rose" about 20 times.
All right. I want you to do one for me before we get any more. 300.
300, okay.
300. Zack Snyder's 300. Yes, James.
Baywatch, but only men and spears.
Tim.
This is almost, but not entirely. This is almost entirely not Sparta.
Yes. Correct. Mike.
Jazzercise.
Okay. Anybody else? Nothing about the abs? Dave, go ahead.
I was gonna say abs, the motion picture.
Ah, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. And Calvin.
Greece, but not the one set in the 50s.
Perfect. I really feel like we have poorly described movies for you. That you are fully prepared to be disappointed by the movies that were made during the pandemic that will be coming out soon. And I hope you go into it with a critical eye, just like I do for everything in life. Thank you so very much. Welcome, Mike's cat. Yeah, get out of here, Minion.
Hi, Minion.
Perfect. All right. Let's do some vilification tennis. Let's insult each other, but not me. I'm the host. You guys all insult each other. This is going to be just a cage match. You're all going at each other. You're all angry at each other. I'm angry at all of you for what you just did to Cinema's classics. And yeah, that's what we're going to do here. That's what vilification is all about. And I would like someone to take service. Who is ready? Chris, get him.
Kelvin here was so ugly as a child, his parents tried to abandon him and got arrested for littering.
Perfect. James, go ahead.
Chris's mom will never be a grandparent, but she will always have been a grande parent.
Perfect. Mike.
How is James' dating profile like a poorly written medical review?
How?
Both got published without peer reviews.
Chris.
Well, Mike, I understand that you're so ugly you want to become a vampire so you won't have to look at yourself in the mirror.
Dave.
There's a new cryptocurrency actually named after a Chris, so it's called Bitcoin.
I'm going to give the point to Dave there. I know I didn't, I kind of jumped the gun. I really wanted you guys to start hurting each other's feelings. Just a heads up, this means point. We're going to take a little break. Just enjoy that. Tim, you are here to judge me?
Yeah, no. You're doing great. You're doing a great job, Nate.
Thank
I
you.
love this show because I'm not doing anything. It's fantastic. I wish I'd done this earlier. There's no stress in what I'm doing at all. But anyway, we from the chat, we have one person who has said, bring back Minion. I believe that if that happens, they'll tip us they'll do that. They'll go to hey, paypal.me/vilification tennis. You got Minion. Give us money. All right, I'm out of here.
Nope, you keep that cat on here.
Perhaps
right.
the cat's got some insults.
Yeah. All right. Let's get service going. Who is ready? Calvin, get it.
Dave is so dumb, he thought Polaroids were something you got on your ass in the Arctic.
James.
Kelvin, you're so stupid you thought that wooden hangers were for Amish abortions.
Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Chris.
Well, James, your dick is so small that when you masturbate, you get paper cuts.
Oof. Dave.
There was a gas shortage that was on the news. So, James, did your mom stop eating beans?
Mike.
Dave, I've heard the chemistry in your relationship is as natural as Captain America's muscles.
James.
Dave's dick is exactly like a Nintendo cartridge. It's just a myth that blowing will make it work.
That's a point. That is a point to
Yes.
James. Yes, that is a myth. Blowing it doesn't do anything. Just ask his wife. All right. Calvin, are you ready to serve some insults?
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and do that?
James's mom once went to a male strip show, and she was real disappointed when beef stew came out.
God. Why? Chris, save me.
You know, I understand that Dave is pretty happy about global warming. The iceberg between his wife's legs is finally going to melt.
Hooray. Mike.
Dave's dick is like a Scooby-Doo villain. Once you lift the sheet, it's just Old Man Withers.
Old Man Withers.
Tim, how's
I
the
would have
chat
gotten
doing?
away with it too if it weren't for you meddling vilifiers.
And your dog.
And your dog too. I just have a comment here that somebody is donating. I should say tipping.
Mhm.
We are not a charity. They're tipping us
We're tipping.
because of an Amish abortion joke. So, well done on the Amish abortion
Okay.
joke. Also, we are asked if there's going to be a minion trading card. I think if somebody tips me $50, I will make a minion trading card happen. That's my commitment. That's from me to you. I see Mike has a camera. This could happen. All right. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's perfect. And in fact, I have lots of cats, and I can bring them out, and you can pick which one you want a trading card for. We'll do whatever you want. My penis will have a trading card, I'm sure. If Tim, no, everyone's voting against that. Nope. Okay.
Postage stamp.
Press
Lifestyle.
that one. I didn't learn anything from the Bro Code show. Nobody wants to see that. James, let's insult some people. You do that.
Mike would be a terrible video cassette. He only lasts 3 seconds and the VCR won't know it's in.
Okay. Dave.
You know, some people are nervous about the vaccines, but it's just a small prick and over in seconds, so it's like sex with Kelvin.
Possibly, yes. Kelvin, your rebuttal.
Chris is a lot like the peso. You can get about 2,000 of her for $1.
Perfect. Chris,
Well-
your rebuttal.
Well, Kelvin, you're so old, you have a THACO.
D&D joke, which you only just learned about.
I have had that joke for years, thank you.
Oh, well, it hasn't gotten any better. Mike.
Calvin's so old, his goth phase involved sacking Rome.
Point. Yes, history will always trump THACO jokes. All right. Calvin, let's get this started. Service.
The French like to greet you by kissing both cheeks. But unfortunately, Dave offered the wrong pair of cheeks.
Don't want to kiss that. Chris.
You know, sex with Kelvin is like when I clean out my purse. Huh, I didn't know that was still in there.
Huh? Nice. James.
You know, the first of this month we call May Day, and we also call May Day if we're ever stuck alone with Mike.
Mike, your rebuttal.
James, you couldn't get pussy in your face if you owned a cat.
Calvin.
Mike is such an alcoholic, he thought Irish Spring was a whiskey.
Yes. Chris.
You know, I understand that the only kind of sex that James can ever have is doggy style, because he always has to start by rolling over and begging.
Oh, James. Dave,
Chris.
you're up. Sorry. I was giving you pity. Now I'm giving Dave pity so
Okay.
he can tell a joke.
Yeah.
You know, we recently celebrated Earth Day, so James, how old is your mother?
Mike.
Chris's vagina is a lot like her grandpa's garden, untended to since grandpa died.
James.
Yeah, Chris's vagina is like a pair of PJ pants. They both have drawstrings to keep them from dragging on the floor.
But how many holes do they have?
More with time.
Calvin.
James is so dumb he once tried to make a stick by rubbing two fires together.
Oh, God.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah, Tim.
I don't want to spoil the mood,
Please
but
don't.
I'm gonna
Okay.
because we got this recommendation from somebody online. They would like to see Vilification tennis cards.
Okay.
Vilification
Okay.
tennis cards. There you go. That's
Well,
in your
if,
head.
you know what? If you're gonna tip us for them, we will make that happen. Taking pictures of my cats is like my other job, so I'm down for it.
I got 3 cats. I'm good.
I have
Yeah.
way more pictures of my cats than Nate's dick, and thank you for that.
Same. Also have way more pictures of my cats.
I actually thought for a second, like, does anyone on Billcast have a picture of my dick? The answer is
None
no.
of us have a macro lens.
I have one of those.
I don't know why I even thought about it.
No, I have one of those police sketch artist drawings.
What did he look like? Who assaulted you?
No, smaller.
Smaller
Smaller than that.
More hair.
You're gonna have to sharpen that pencil.
It's like a ball chin. Literally, just balls. What were we doing again?
I don't know anymore.
We're not insulting me. Do you guys? Okay.
Oh.
Bill. James, service, please.
I saw Dave struggling to open some SpaghettiOs. It turns out it's just one more thing he'll never coax an O out of.
Chris.
James, you are so stupid. You tried to fertilize your lawn by jerking off on the grass.
Dave.
You know, sex with James reminds me of a vampire in that it's just a really bad idea to give them permission to come inside.
Oh my. All right. Calvin.
Dave's psychiatrist once wrote him a prescription for Xanax. And Dave looked at it and said, I think you wrote that backwards.
Calvin, you are making my night. Thank you. Appreciate it. Chris.
Mike here is such a hick, he watches internet videos on YallTube.
Calvin, you're making up for Chris. Thank you. James.
Oh,
James, go ahead.
You know, Mike's dick is a lot like having a tangle in your hairbrush. It's a problem you can solve with scissors.
No.
Okay. Calvin.
James is so dumb, he thinks Cafe Olay is Mexican.
No, it is milk and coffee. Mike. Mike, go ahead.
James likes his women like he likes his coffee. Warmed up by a machine hours ago.
Oh my.
Wow.
Okay. Dave.
You know, with the ending of the mask mandate, the really sad thing is wearing the mask, well, it's the only reason Mike has been brushing his teeth.
Okay. Chris.
Dave here, his mom is so fat that Mount Everest actually tried to climb her.
That's good. Yeah. Mike.
What do James, porcelain, and light bulbs all have in common? They're fragile and white.
Yes.
Mm.
James, your response.
You know, I'd say a lot that Mike is a lot like a black hole. They both suck, but while a black hole has 0 albedo, Mike has 0 libido.
Mm.
That was a long road, and I'm not sure where it took me. Chris.
You know, James, I would make fun of the size of your dick, but over time, I've really grown to appreciate the little things in life.
Calvin.
The size of Chris's mom is a lot like the capital of Ireland, Dublin.
Point to Calvin. Point to Calvin. Tim, what's up?
You know, it just keeps going because now we want somebody. Diva Pixie wants to know: would they have the option of vilification trading cards with and without buttholes? And I guess it depends on how much you tip. That's
The regular bill cards already have assholes on them.
I know they do. So
The implications sound unethical, but I feel like
what
we
if
can
we
do
had a
this
problem
by-
with ethics?
Right.
I'm
We put the picture of the cats on the front, and their butthole on the back. It's like a mini picture, kind of thing. That what we? Yeah.
yeah, that's the plan. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if that's what you're into, Diva Pixie.
Diva Pixie. Yeah.
Yeah. I will. You want cat buttholes? I'm not against it. I don't care what's in your browser history. We'll make it happen.
I'm going.
Thanks, Tim. All right. This is for all of the laughs. So bring it. Bring your A game. Except for Mike, bring your B game. Just kidding. You're great. James, let's get service going.
Mike's mom is so fat that her vagina is legally required to have a lifeguard.
Calvin.
James's dick is a lot like leftover pizza heated in the microwave. It's limp and disappointing, but after bar close, it's always there.
Chris.
James, your mom is so fat, if she were a droid, she'd be BB-8 everything.
Yes. Dave.
The tax deadline reminds me of James' mom's waist. Keeps on getting extended and extended and extended.
Yeah. James.
Dave's mom is so fat that she has to get her genitals checked at the planned neighborhood.
You got there, and it was good. Thank you. Mike.
James's mom is so fat she butters both sides of her cake.
Oh. Oh.
Chris.
Mike, I don't want to say you're racist, but I also understand that your retirement fund is a 401 KKK.
Oh.
That's no good. Calvin.
You're so vain, you probably think this joke is about you. Don't you? Don't you?
Mike, what you got?
Chris is so racist, she won't play on a Game Boy Color.
Jeez. Okay. Chris.
Mike, your dick is so small, not even the thought counts.
Mike, your
Chris,
rebuttal.
your vagina's like a slip and slide. It's always wet, and it's always guaranteed to have an annoying kid coming out of it.
Chris.
Mike, you're so bad in bed, your mattress gets a headache.
Mike.
Chris, you thought lingerie was a type of pasta.
Chris.
Mike, your dick is so small you had to buy 3 Ferraris to compensate.
All right, we're gonna let out someone else. Calvin, you've been very patient. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. James is so dumb he freezes cans of soup.
Hey,
That's
James.
really fucking dumb. That's really fucking dumb, James.
Calvin's got a brain like a claw machine. There's a bunch of crap in there, but he can't quite grasp anything.
Dave.
You know, Mike here is a very devout atheist, and well, if you had his life, you wouldn't believe there's a God either.
Sadness. Mike.
Dave, you're so bad in bed, you're like the flu shot. Even masturbating, you've only got a 30% success rate.
Chris.
Sex with Mike is like climate change. Millions of children are finally protesting.
Oh, James.
Calvin's so old that his mother was the Mayan calendar girl.
Valid.
I wish it was a white flag so I could defeat. Thank you all so very much, Vilifiers, for doing this today and bringing some joy to people's hearts. Tim, if you could come back on, show your beautiful face. Thank you for co-hosting. I really appreciate it and giving
Thanks
me a
for
chance
having
to
me.
be funny and wrangle these kittens for everybody. Don't forget to tip us so that we can get you pictures and cards of our cats and their buttholes, if that's what you're into.
I'm Minion.
Don't give it away for free, Minion.
Yeah,
was pretty well timed.
you
Yeah, you save
earn
that
us
shit
some
for
money
tips, Minion.
first.
First taste always free.
Please join us for our full show this month on May 28th. Vilgo's Dark, our goth show, featuring Eric Knight, Molly, Merritt, Duck, Nick, Kirky, Mike, and Spencer, co-hosted by the beautiful and talented Stephanie. Thank you again so much for joining us. This made our pandemic a lot easier to provide this for you, and I hope we made it easier for you. And hopefully we will be back in live settings soon, but not before it's safe. But I look forward to seeing you all there, not hugging you because I'm still an introvert and I don't like most of you. So, ask before you hug. That good rule anytime, but especially now that we're coming back out of the pandemic, ask before you hug. Okay. Again, thank you so much. We've been Vilification Tennis. I've been Nate, Tim, James, Chris, Mike, Dave, Calvin. Everyone have a wonderful night. Thank you so very much.
Good night.
Night, bye.